Okay guys, so I thought I'd do a juncture in this course rather than just the practical stuff where we could dive in and actually see some simple sound design on a patch. So I'm working on this quick demo for one of my courses at the moment, and what I want to do is open up this patch that I'm working on. So I'll just play the kind of finished sound. So that is all built on one part using the oscillator functions of FM synthesis, wave shaper, unison, and then some other things. There are a few things going on my my channel here. You see we're using Expo Records OTT, Valhalla Shimmer, and then just some EQ. So let's build this from scratch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this track, and then I'll rename it. This is so I know what I'm doing. Rebuild. And then what I'm going to do is open up Omnisphere. I'm going to disable these plugins here so that we've got the sound again. I'm going to go to layer A, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize, well, I could do initialize layer. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to go, this was entirely built out of a sample. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to sample, and I'm going to click on the file browser. I happen to have the Keyscape library. You may not, but you can find another piano sound. And we're going to be working with the wing tack. I can't remember which one it was. Probably just stereo. Can't remember. Okay, cool. I worked out what it was. For some reason, the timbre was down on this. I didn't think it was supposed to do that. I thought it was supposed to default back in the middle. You may be able to work out what I did wrong there. But anyway, the timbre was down. So I was like, why on earth is the sound? So I was like, no, I've turned off my EQ. So the timbre was here. It was like that. So here we go. This is our raw sample. Okay, cool. So the first thing that I did was, obviously, we're working with some reverb. That's just, for me, I just have to have that in the background, so I can hear stuff coming back at me. The next thing I did straight away was I went into the Oscillator Zoom. So let's do that now. Yes, great, so we're here. So what I did first was turned on some unison. So let's do that now. Don't like too much detuning, but I like a lot of depth. I really like the spread here, so that's good. All right, let's go over to the wave shaper. Let's turn this up. Tiny bit of crushing. Too much, you can really hear it come through. You just want it to be heard kind of softly in the background after the main attack. So then after that we've got, what was it? Yeah, I think it was type 2. So a fairly aggressive kind of sound coming from the shaper here. And was it 1 or 2? I think that's a bit strong. Maybe if we wanted a real sort of powerful sound. Then we've got, have we got any of the other ones on here? I don't think so. I think I left it at that. And then I added a tiny bit of frequency modulation. So what we want is we want the frequency to be quite high and the depth to be quite low. So right now there's no frequency modulation. If I turn this on, because the depth is all the way down. So no difference. So I'm going to turn it on and dial it in slowly. Probably a bit too much. Cool, nice one. And then I think that's pretty much it in terms of the sound. Let's go back to the original and see what's different. This one is pretty good. Yeah, pretty close. So you get the idea, and you can play around with a number of things. I think I did a tiny bit of work with the envelope and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. Let's double check that. If I open up this patch, if I got anything else going on? Don't think so. That's pretty much it. Okay, so let's turn on our rebuild. Let's turn on these guys and have a listen. Possibly a bit much at the moment. I could clean that up a little bit. But what I wanted to show you was on the original patch, if we shorten it up a little bit, what we can actually do is appropriate this and use it for other things. So here I've gone into the arpeggiator, and we can start playing with some of the kind of presets. Anyway, you get the idea. There's some potentials for it. I won't play around with that too much. So the main thing I was building it for, let me just delete my rebuild and that one, was a kind of lead bass sound. So let's have a go at that.